Sometimes it's best to ignore other people's advice.
By trial and error.
By trial and error.
By trial and error.
By trial and error.
Experimenting and learning through mistakes.
Experimenting and learning through mistakes.
He solved the puzzle by trial and error.
He solved the puzzle by trial and error.
Try on.
Try on.
Try on.
Try on.
Put on clothing to see how it fits.
Put on clothing to see how it fits.
You should try on the new dress.
You should try on the new dress.
Try out.
Try out.
Try out.
Try out.
Test or experiment with something.
Test or experiment with something.
Let's try out the new recipe.
Let's try out the new recipe.
In tune with.
In tune with.
In tune with.
In tune with.
In harmony or agreement with.
In harmony or agreement with.
She is always in tune with the latest trends.
She is always in tune with the latest trends.
Out of tune with.
Out of tune with.
Out of tune with.
Out of tune with.
Not in harmony or in disagreement with.
Not in harmony or in disagreement with.
He's out of tune with the group's ideas.
He's out of tune with the group's ideas.
To the tune of.
To the tune of.
To the tune of.
To the tune of.
Approximately or roughly in the amount of.
Approximately or roughly in the amount of.
The repairs will cost to the tune of $500.
The repairs will cost to the tune of $500.
Tune in.
Tune in.
Tune in.
Tune in.
Listen to or pay attention to.
Listen to or pay attention to.
Don't forget to tune into the news at 6.
Don't forget to tune into the news at 6.
By turns.
By turns.
By turns.
By turns.
Alternately or in rotation.
Alternately or in rotation.
They took the lead by turns.
They took the lead by turns.
In turn.
In turn.
In turn.
In turn.
One after another in a sequence.
One after another in a sequence.
Each player had a chance in turn.
Each player had a chance in turn.
Take turns.
Take turns.
Take turns.
Take turns.
Share or alternate in doing something.
Share or alternate in doing something.
They agreed to take turns driving.
They agreed to take turns driving.
Take around.
Take around.
Take around.
Take around.
Show someone around or guide them.
Show someone around or guide them.
She decided to take the kids around the zoo.
She decided to take the kids around the zoo.
Turn away.
Turn away.
Turn away.
Turn away.
Face in the opposite direction or refuse.
Face in the opposite direction or refuse.
He had to turn away from the gruesome scene.
He had to turn away from the gruesome scene.
Turn back.
Turn back.
Turn back.
Turn back.
Go back or return to a previous location.
Go back or return to a previous location.
We need to turn back and go home.
We need to turn back and go home.
Turn down.
Turn down.
Turn down.
Turn down.
Reject or decline an offer or request.
Reject or decline an offer or request.
She had to turn down the job offer.
She had to turn down the job offer.
Turn in.
Turn in.
Turn in.
Turn in.
Submit or hand over something.
Submit or hand over something.
It's late. Time to turn in for the night.
It's late. Time to turn in for the night.
Turn off.
Turn off.
Turn off.
Turn off.
Switch off or deactivate.
Switch off or deactivate.
Don't forget to turn off the lights.
Don't forget to turn off the lights.
Turn on.
Turn on.
Turn on.
Turn on.
Switch on or activate.
Switch on or activate.
He likes to turn on the radio in the morning.
He likes to turn on the radio in the morning.
Turn out.
Turn out.
Turn out.
Turn out.
Result or develop in a particular way.
Result or develop in a particular way.
The event turned out to be a great success.
The event turned out to be a great success.
Turn over.
Turn over.
Turn over.
Turn over.
Flip or invert something.
Flip or invert something.
Please turn over the page.
Please turn over the page.
Turn to.
Turn to.
Turn to.
Turn to.
Seek help or consult someone.
Seek help or consult someone.
When in doubt, turn to a trusted friend.
When in doubt, turn to a trusted friend.
Turn up.
Turn up.
Turn up.
Turn up.
Arrive or appear unexpectedly.
Arrive or appear unexpectedly.
She decided to turn up at the party.
She decided to turn up at the party.
Up against.
Up against.
Up against.
Up against.
Facing a challenge or obstacle.
Facing a challenge or obstacle.
They are up against a tough opponent.
They are up against a tough opponent.
Up to.
Up to.
Up to.
Up to.
Capable of or responsible for.
Capable of or responsible for.
What have you been up to lately?
What have you been up to lately?
In use.
In use.
In use.
In use.
Being actively utilized or employed.
Being actively utilized or employed.
This computer is still in use.
This computer is still in use.
Make use of.
Make use of.
Make use of.
Make use of.
Utilize or employ something.
Utilize or employ something.
You should make use of your skills.
You should make use of your skills.
Out of use.
Out of use.
Out of use.
Out of use.
No longer in active use or obsolete.
No longer in active use or obsolete.
The old machine is out of use.
The old machine is out of use.
Put to use.
Put to use.
Put to use.
Put to use.
Apply or utilize for a purpose.
Apply or utilize for a purpose.
Let's put to use the new tools.
Let's put to use the new tools.
Use up.
Use up.
Use up.
Use up.
Consume or deplete completely.
Consume or deplete completely.
We need to use up all the supplies.
We need to use up all the supplies.
Do one's utmost.
Do one's utmost.
Do one's utmost.
Do one's utmost.
Make the greatest effort or try as hard as possible.
Make the greatest effort or try as hard as possible.
He always does his utmost to help others.
He always does his utmost to help others.
In vain.
In vain.
In vain.
In vain.
Without success or without achieving the desired result.
Without success or without achieving the desired result.
Their efforts were in vain as they lost the game.
Their efforts were in vain as they lost the game.
In view of.
In view of.
In view of.
In view of.
Considering or taking into account.
Considering or taking into account.
In view of the weather, the event was cancelled.
In view of the weather, the event was cancelled.
With a view to.
With a view to.
With a view to.
With a view to.
With the intention or purpose of.
With the intention or purpose of.
They are studying with a view to improve their skills.
They are studying with a view to improve their skills.
By virtue of.
By virtue of.
By virtue of.
By virtue of.
Due to or because of.
Due to or because of.
He got the promotion by virtue of his hard work.
He got the promotion by virtue of his hard work.
Wait on.
Wait on.
Wait on.
Wait on.
Serve or attend to someone's needs or desires.
Serve or attend to someone's needs or desires.
He asked her to wait on the customers.
He asked her to wait on the customers.
Warm to.
Warm to.
Warm to.
Warm to.
Begin to like or have positive feelings towards.
Begin to like or have positive feelings towards.
She started to warm to the idea.
She started to warm to the idea.
Warm up.
Warm up.
Warm up.
Warm up.
Increase in temperature or prepare for an activity.
Increase in temperature or prepare for an activity.
Let's warm up before we start jogging.
Let's warm up before we start jogging.
Wash up.
Wash up.
Wash up.
Wash up.
Clean the dishes or tidy up after a meal.
Clean the dishes or tidy up after a meal.
After dinner, we all helped wash up the dishes.
After dinner, we all helped wash up the dishes.
Watch out.
Watch out.
Watch out.
Watch out.
Be cautious and attentive to potential dangers or issues.
Be cautious and attentive to potential dangers or issues.
Watch out for that slippery floor.
Watch out for that slippery floor.
All the way.
All the way.
All the way.
All the way.
Completely or throughout.
Completely or throughout.
She supported him all the way through the project.
She supported him all the way through the project.
By the way.
By the way.
By the way.
By the way.
Incidentally or as a side note.
Incidentally or as a side note.
By the way, have you seen my keys?
By the way, have you seen my keys? Don't use Excel or PowerPoint documents for your basic word processing needs.